Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we now transition to the second phase of the Indian Military Heritage Festival, the Cultural Gala Evening, wherein we bring to you some of the finest musical performances to elevate your spirits. And well, it is now time to immerse ourselves into the realm of some of the most melodious and mesmerizing tunes and to unwind ourselves to the performance of a live musical band by the Indian Air Force. Please enjoy. And let's give them a huge round of applause.
General Punappa, Adjutant General, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. This evening is the third and final performance by the bands of the three services of the Indian Armed Forces. We were very fortunate to have the Indian Navy play yesterday. In the evening, there was a gala evening concert by the Indian Army Symphony Band. And right now, under the baton of Warrant Officer Sri Hari, we have the Indian Air Force, No. 2 Air Force Band. Today's performance will be slightly more entertaining in nature, less military, more entertaining, in keeping with what follows after this, the cultural evening. So without much ado, I sit back and enjoy, and I give to you the No. 2 Air Force Band.
अब हम स्पर्शम दीपतम जहाँ बात हम चले छूने आसमां चले अपनी तो बस यही उड़ान है बड़ी शान से चले अभिमान से चले अपनी तो बस यही पहचान है ये आसमां है मेरा ये आसमां है मेरा जहाँ पास हम चले छूने आसमां चले अपनी तो बस यही उड़ान है ये आसमां है मेरा ये आसमां है मेरा पे माना तन्हाई हिम्मतों का साथ है तो क्या है ऊंचाई नाज है हमको हमारे जोश पर ऐसा सरहदें ऊंचाइयों तक हमने पहुंचाई ये आसमां है मेरा ये आसमां है मेरा जहाँ पास हम चले छूने आसमां चले अपनी तो बस यही उड़ान है बड़ी शान से चले अभिमान से चले अपनी तो बस यही पहचान है ये आसमां है मेरा ये आसमां है मेरा ये आसमां है मेरा है मेरा Thank you.
When marimba rhythm starts to play, dance with me, sway with me, like a lazy ocean hugs the shore. Hold me close, sway me more, like a flower bending in the breeze. Bend with me, sway with ease. When we dance, you have a way with me. Stay with me, sway with me. All the dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I go weak. I can hear the sounds of violin long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. When marimba rhythm starts to play, dance with me, sway with me, like a lazy ocean hugs the shore. Hold me close, sway me more, like a flower bending in the breeze. Bend with me, sway with me, When we dance, you have a way with me. Stay with me, sway with me. All the dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I go weak. I can hear the sounds of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Thank you.
held 6 strings, bought it at a 5 and 10, played it till my fingers bleed. Was the summer of '69. Me and some guys from school, they had a band and they tried real hard. Jimmy quit and Jody got married. Should've known they'd never get far. Oh, when I look back now, summer seems to last forever. And if I had a choice, yeah, I wanna be there. Those were the best days of my life. Ain't no use in complaining when you got a job to do. Spend my evening down at the drive-in, and that's when I met you, yeah. Standing at your mama's porch, you told me that you wait forever. Oh, when you held my hand, I knew that it was now or never. Those were the best days of my life. Oh yeah, back in the summer of '69. Man, we were killing time, we were young and restless. We needed to unwind. I guess nothing can last forever, forever, no. Yeah. And now times are changing. Look at everything that come and gone. Sometimes when I play my old 6-string, I think about you, wonder what went wrong. Standing at your mama's porch, you told me that you wait forever. And then you held my hand, I knew that it was now or never. Those were the best days of my life. The summer of '69. It was the summer of '69. Me and my baby in '69. Oh yeah. It was the summer of '69. Thank you.
तलवारों पे सरवार दिए, अंगारों में जिस्म चढ़ाया है, तब जाके कहीं हमने सिर पे ये केसरी रंग सजाया है। ऐ मेरी ज़मीं अफसोस नहीं जो तेरे लिए सौ दर्द सहे, महफूज रहे तेरी आन सदा, चाहे जान मेरी ये रहे न रहे। ऐ मेरी ज़मीं महबूब मेरी, मेरी नस नस में तेरा इश्क बहे, फीका न पड़े कभी रंग तेरा जिस्मों से निकल के खून कहे। तेरी मिट्टी में मिल जावा, गुल बन के मैं खिल जावा, इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। तेरी नदियों में बह जावा, तेरी खेतों में लहरावा, इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। सरसों से भरे खलियान मेरे, जहाँ झूम के भंगड़ा पा न सका, आबाद रहे वो गाँव मेरा, जहाँ लौट के वापस जा न सका। ओ वतना वे मेरा वतना वे, तेरा मेरा प्यार निराला था, कुर्बान हुआ तेरी असमत पे, मैं कितना नसीबों वाला था। तेरी मिट्टी में मिल जावा, गुल बन के मैं खिल जावा, इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। तेरी नदियों में खिल जावा, तेरे खेतों में लहरावा, इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। मेरी तू हंसती रहे, तेरी उम्री भर दम ना हो, मैं मरता था जिस मुखड़े पे, कभी उसका उछाला कम ना हो। ओ माई मेरी क्या फिक्र तुझे, क्यों आँख से दरिया बहता है, तू कहती थी तेरा चांद हूँ मैं, और चांद हमेशा रहता है। तेरी मिट्टी में मिल जावा, गुल बन के मैं खिल जावा, इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। तेरी नदियों में बह जावा, तेरी खेतों में लहरावा, इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। केसरी Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a brilliant performance to kickstart this evening. Thank you so much, the Indian Air Force Band, for such a lovely performance. And with that, I would now like to invite on stage DG USI to address the gathering. Please welcome him again on stage with a round of applause.
General Anil Chauhan, the Chief of Defense Staff, senior officers from the three services, veterans, panelists, distinguished audience, ladies and gentlemen. We come to the last event of this Indian Military Heritage Festival, and we are very happy to welcome our Chief of Defense Staff for this closing ceremony. In fact, this event wouldn't have been possible if we wouldn't get an initial endorsement and support from our Chief of Defense Staff, because a nod from him actually kick-started the support from the three services, and all the three services have participated with a lot of enthusiasm in this event. This is a maiden event of first of its kind in India, and we've gone in collaboration with the Indian Armed Forces, also with the National Museum Institution, Ministry of Culture, and News 18 Network. And since yesterday, 11 o'clock till now, this has been a telecast live on about 4 media channels, reaching not only in every nook and corner of India, but also our audience abroad. Our Chief of Defense Staff is one of the oldest life member of USI, so I won't sort of talk about USI, and you've been listening to my sort of, rhetoric right from the morning. But I'll just come on to the point, and that is, you see, our approach today to national security is very, very comprehensive today, USI. In fact, our more focus today is in keeping with the Viksit Bharat and Amrit Kal and all the other pronouncements which have been made by our government in regard to, delving into our civilizational past, our military heritage, and contextualizing it to the modern warfare and contemporary requirements, particularly as far as perception, shaping of our youth is concerned. So that is where the focus is, but we do look at analysis of all the old conflicts, geopolitics, revolution in military affairs, military technology, military diplomacy, and professional military education. And we are taking a whole of government and whole of nation approach because in today's context, the nature and character of warfare is such that every citizen of the nation is a stakeholder in the national security. So it is from that point of view that we have organized this event to showcase India's rich military heritage and also a sort of a slew of perspectives on strategic security and also on geopolitics and in which direction is our military heading. Some of the notable initiatives that I would like to reiterate here, which USI has taken in this regard, is one is our Veer Gatha program. And this Veer Gatha program is basically what you call is the Gallantry Award portal, which we are running for Ministry of Defense, which has now millions of hits. We started on a very humble note, but today it has millions of hits, and even Raksha Mantri and our Prime Minister is very closely involved with this, and we're getting a lot of hits on this and visits to our website, and then we're organizing number of competitions, poems, and other things, and then students are they being actually incentivized for that. So this is one. Second, we are also doing the digitization of military history records at the USI so that we are able to preserve these records for the posterity. Another important project that was launched yesterday was Project Udbhav. And this is actually to study our old scriptures and all the ancient literature. And after the study, convert it into a modern strategic vocabulary. We keep, talking about Eisenhower, Rommel, Sun Tzu, but there is a wealth of wisdom which is lying within our own sort of self in this country and particularly USI. And we want to sort of synthesize that together and put it in the hands of our present and the future generation. Another important initiative is battlefield tourism, which is again a collaborative effort wherein we are sending batches of people to different battlefields all over the country. And it's got a lot of traction, and hopefully we would be able to generate more interest in battlefields and our forward areas as far as common public is concerned. Now, finally, I just want to say that this event has generated immense interest in the public. Yesterday, we had more than about 2,000 people who participated in the event. Then today, again, we had a very good participation. And what is more encouraging is that we've been able to get strategic thinkers and experts, historians from all over across the world. There are people who come from France, UK, and many other places. And I must congratulate, this is the brainchild of squadron leader Rana Chinna, who is sitting amidst us. And he's been ably actually supported by Dr. Archana Tyagi, who I can say she's easily a mobile nerve center. And then we have an overarching guidance from Air Marshal Sachdeva, who has been also the president of the what we call the Center for Military History and Conflict Studies. And of course, the whole USI team and the armed forces, and particularly the NCC cadets and other volunteers, young volunteers who helped us, putting through this event together. Now, as I said, this is our maiden effort, and we were actually racing against the time, and there's a paucity of resources. So there would be large number of shortcomings in the way we conducted this. And I can assure you, if there were any shortcomings and any inconvenience caused to anyone, I personally apologize. But I can assure you that next year we will do this event with more finesse and sophistication. So with this, I'll just want to say that I want to very humbly appeal to our Chief of Defense Staff to once again request him to take this institution of heritage importance under his wings and guide and support us in our growth to serve the cause of the armed forces and nation as a whole. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your address. Ladies and gentlemen, before I invite our chief guest on stage, I would like to take this opportunity to say a few words about him. In a career spanning over nearly 40 years, General Anil Chauhan has held several command, staff, and instrumental appointments and had extensive experience in counterinsurgency operations in J&K and Northeast India. Commissioned into the 6th Battalion, the 11th Gorkha Rifles, he commanded an infantry battalion along the line of control in Jammu and Kashmir, a mountain brigade in Manipur, an infantry division in the Kashmir Valley, and a corps in the Northeast India. Post his retirement from active military service, the general served as a military advisor to the National Security Council Secretariat from 2021 to 2022. The general officer assumed the appointment of the Chief of Defense Staff on 30th September 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, I now take the privilege to call on stage General Anil Chauhan, PVSM, UYSM, AVSM, SM, VSM, Chief of Defense Staff, to address the gathering. Let's welcome him with a huge round of applause.
General B.K. Sharma, Director General USI, General Manjendra, officers from the three services, serving or retired, friends, ladies and gentlemen. Let me begin by saying that military heritage is a set of military traditions, custom and culture which we have inherited from the past. Like all inheritances, there is a gain in it. This is not an inheritance of loss. But this inheritance which we get from our past, there's a price to pay for it. The price in the sense, there's a sense of duty which we have towards this particular heritage. And we need to continue this heritage for posterity and for the future generations. So our military heritage connects a past to the present. And as I said, we need to preserve it for the future. It gives me great pleasure to be part of the signature event of the USI, Indian Military Heritage Festival. I'm glad that this particular event is being held as a festival. Festival is a kind of celebrations for which one can be proud of. And this all brings joy and happiness. I'm happy to be part of this particular celebrations, to be part of you all, and as part of these festivities, although it's towards the fag end. You all are aware that USI is one of our oldest think tanks in India, and this has been working towards the field of science and literature for defense forces since 1870. The event on heritage being organized by the USI actually adds gravitas, it adds class, it adds charm to this particular event. So my compliments to USI for this great initiative. Gentlemen, Mahatma Gandhi had once said that a man's culture resides in the heart and soul of its people. Our nation's military heritage resides in a cognitive domain through traditions and culture, and it's handed over from one generation to the other. In the physical domain, the military heritage resides in art, literature, institutions, units, military stations, cantonments, and any spaces, like what General BK was mentioning about this battlefields and a tour of battlefields, etc. So it resides everywhere, wherever these things have happened. Valor of war are preserved in history, in memorials and museums, and sung in form of folklores. USI as an institution is preserving a military heritage, both in physical and cognitive domain. My compliments to them. The Indian Armed Forces are a microcosm of the nation. They reflect the bewildering ethnic, religious, linguistic, and cultural variety of the subcontinent within its ranks, and yet manage to maintain cohesion and unity of purpose. They do so in the midst of extraordinary diversity, and this is largely due to factors ingrained in the country's civilizational ethos. It's a legacy that spans centuries and reflects the indomitable spirit of a nation that has withstood the test of time. The Indian military heritage is a story of valor, sacrifice, and unyielding commitment to the principles of duty, honor, and the motto of selfless service, that is, Nisarth Kartavya. Indian military heritage and traditions, I think, commence from the time when India was known as Bharatvarsha. It was Bharat, the son of Shakuntala and King Dushyant, who united this huge landmass which lay south of the Himalayas and right up to the oceans, which are south of the peninsular India. Our military heritage actually streams from the battlefields of Kurukshetra, the Kalinga, and to Kargil. The valor of warriors like Shivaji and Rana Pratap, with the strategic acumen, innovation in warfare, and steadfast commitment to their people's welfare, continued to shape the military heritage of Indian subcontinent. During the Mughals and the British era also, there was notable contribution towards building up of martial traditions. The echoes of our struggle for independence reverberate through the tales of Azad Hind Fauj and the valiant offense of Subhash Chandra Bose, who I believe personally was the only political military leader of which India has produced in modern times. His vision for a free India galvanized the spirit of the nation, both among civilians and the military alike. In modern times, the defense of our borders, the maintenance of the territorial integrity of a country, the UN mandated peacekeeping operations, and providing human assistance and disaster relief, the armed forces have proved as a shining example of a national resolve. From the ancient times, that's the time from Mahabharata and Ramayana, the epic battles were fought. I think what has been ingrained into our military ethos is a battle of righteousness, that is adharm yudh. Today, we talk about just war, what we call as jus in belli. But this was ingrained as part of our Indian military ethos for a very, very long time. Even our national slogan, which means Satyamev Jayate, which actually means that ultimately the truth will triumph, is in some manner part of this battle of righteousness which we call about. The concept of dharma perhaps is best exemplified by the philosophical foundation of soldiering in India. It applies not just to the duty of a soldier towards his profession, but also to the selfless performance of that duty as part of a higher covenant by which his actions will be judged in life. A soldier fights to uphold dharma without any aspirations of material reward. And this particular spirit is captured in the famous shloka of the Bhagavad Gita, which says that karmena vadhika raste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karm phal hetu bhurvate sango asarva karmani. That is, you have a right to action alone, never to its fruit. Let not the fruits of action be a motive, not let the attachment to be in action. The soldier's dharma provides the moral framework which guides his actions, which is known as karma. Collectively, the moral foundations that adherence to dharma provide are essential building blocks that create the edifice of the Indian Armed Forces as an institution rooted in the national military ethos and culture. I was pleased to note that the Indian Military Heritage Festival, the first of its kind, the maiden one, has been organized by the USI. And I'm very glad that they are thinking about holding this as a regular kind of an event. And the need for a festival like this was long felt, actually. And it's required, actually, for the nation to be proud of its military heritage and culture. The initiatives like the Indian Military Heritage Festival widen the ambit of participant. It helps policymakers, soldiers, bureaucrats, technocrats, diplomats, defense industry people, and the general public and the private sector, academia, and the general citizens of the country to become stakeholders, to arrive at a common ground and create greater understanding amongst the various issues. This festival was embedded with various important activities and developments that have a long-lasting impact not only on the defense ecosystem but on the society at large. General B.K. Sharma mentioned Project Udbhav that focuses on broad spectrum of knowledge, including ingenious military system and historical text, is a major initiative that will augur well for the armed forces in future. Another initiative of USI to work with Ministry of Culture and National Museum Institute to curate this wonderful exhibition, The Military History of India, from antiquity to present, is another good initiative, and I must compliment again the USI for this. At the beginning of my talk, I had spoken that we need to preserve our military heritage actually for the future. You all aware that the profound changes which are taking place all around us, geopolitical, geoeconomic, or geotechnical changes. Over a period of time, the nature and the character of war both are changing, rapidly changing because of advancement of new technologies, etc. These changes are blurring the difference between conflicts, and there is difficulty to pronounce what is actually a military action and a non-military action. And in this kind of a changing milieu, I think our military heritage would be a guiding light to us, kind of a margdarshak to give you the correct vision and the right path. Another aspect that we need to focus upon is recording of this current history actually. In past, this history was recorded in terms of booklets and literature, etc. But now most of the history is being created in a digital format. So you have videos, you have blogs, you have podcasts, etc. I think USI will be doing good if they're able to collect this digital artifacts which are actually part of our military heritage, which is an ongoing process for posterity. Today we acknowledge and celebrate India's military heritage. Let us also remember the gallantry of the warriors who have gone before us, but also recognize the duty we bear to uphold and build upon this legacy. Our armed forces must continue to carry forward the torch of India's military heritage into the 21st century. I would like to thank General B.K. Sharma and his team at the USI for putting up a great show, and I look forward to the next episode of Indian Military Heritage next year. I'm sure the effort will carve a unique place for itself in national culture and literary calendar. Thank you, gentlemen. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. Ladies and gentlemen, now as a culmination to this two-day grand affair, we present to you a colorful performance by the Trikaya Dance Foundation called Matrubhumi. This depiction is a collaboration of various different classical and folk dance forms of India, representing India's regional heritage, beauty, and diversity. Matrubhumi is choreographed by Rakesh Sai Babu and Priya Srinivasan. And now let's celebrate Bharat to pay our respects to our great leaders through this vibrant production. A round of applause for this performance.
स्वतंत्रता संग्राम के दौरान क्रांतिकारियों और राष्ट्रवादी नेताओं का मूल गीत, जिसे लिखा बंकिम चंद्र चट्टोपाध्याय ने, वंदे मातरम, एक ऐसा गीत जिसे ना जाने कितने युवा पुरुष और महिलाओं को उत्साहित व प्रेरित किया। देशभक्ति के रंग में रंग दिया। हमें गर्व है स्वतंत्रता संग्राम के मूल गीत वंदे मातरम पे। भारत विविधताओं से पूर्ण देश, जहां का संगीत, बोली, भाव, रस, रंग विश्व भर में एक स्मारक है। देश की शक्ति, साहस, शांति, सत्य, वृद्धि और भूमि की पवित्रता के साथ धर्मचक्र के संदेश को विश्व भर में अग्रसर करता तिरंगा। थल सेना भारतीय जवानों की शक्ति और साहस का प्रतीक। हर दिन, हर रात देश की सीमाओं पर वीरता का परिचय देते, भारत को सुरक्षित रखते, अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर भारत का परचम लहराते, हमारे देश को गौरवान्वित करते। देश के वीर हमारे देश की शान, हमारा गर्व और हमारा सुरक्षित भविष्य। सारनाथ में मिली अशोक की लाट से लिया गया अशोक चिन्ह, जहां 4 शेर चारों दिशाओं की ओर ताकत, साहस, गर्व और आत्मविश्वास का संदेश देते हैं। हमें गर्व है भारत देश पे, हमें गर्व है राष्ट्रीय प्रतीक पे। वायुसेना भारत की आसमानी सीमाओं के संरक्षक। ऋग्वेद तथा यजुर्वेद में राज पक्षी का रूप गरुण की भांति वायुसेना बल, बुद्धि, यश, वीरता और साहस का परिचय देते। ध्वनि से तेज विमान, आधुनिक शस्त्रों सहित देश की रक्षा में तत्पर। भारतवर्ष को गर्व है हमारे वीर गरुण रूपी योद्धाओं पर।
तोष बुलबुलो सोतावलिये लैलिये लजिये लजिये दूरंग्राय लजिये दूरंग्राय लजिये दूरंग्राय तोष तोष बुलबुलो सोतावलिये तोष तोष बुलबुलो सोतावलिये ललिये लजिये लजिये दूरंग्राय लजिये दूरंग्राय लजिये दूरंग्राय बोल बोश जाने तोत गई कलिए बोल बोश जाने तोत गई कलिए ललिए लजिए लजिए दूरंग्राय लजिए दूरंग्राय लजिए दूरंग्राय
ताते ते ताते ताता ते ताते ताते ते ताते ताता ते ताते ताते ते ताते 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 तिमिताते 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 ताते ताते दिमिताते ते ताते 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 दिमिताते ते ताते 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 दिमिताते ते ताते
की कीमत है शहादत। आज मैं आप सबको कॉल देता हूं, तुम मुझे खून दो, मैं तुम्हें आजादी दूंगा। जय हिंद।
देश से है प्यार तो हर पल ये कहना चाहिए, मैं रहूं या ना रहूं भारत ये रहना चाहिए।
हमारी समुद्री सीमाओं की रक्षक, हमारे लिए महासागरों की गहराइयों में शांति और सुरक्षा का दायित्व निभाती भारतीय नौसेना।
नमः पंकज मालिने नमः पंकज नेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांघ्राय। कंसचानुर 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 मर्दनम 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 नम मर्दनम दैवकी हृदयानंदम कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे
संस्कृति, सभ्यता और अस्मिता का प्रतीक शीतलता और पवित्रता का प्रतीक। गंगा देश की प्राकृतिक संपदा ही नहीं, जन जन की भावनात्मक आस्था का आधार भी है। धर्म चक्र का प्रतीक अशोक चक्र राष्ट्रीय ध्वज में मानव के 24 गुणों को दर्शाता है। गति में जीवन और गति में मृत्यु, एक शांतिपूर्ण परिवर्तन की गतिशीलता का प्रतिनिधित्व करता अशोक चक्र।
entertaining it. That's what it is.
भारत गणराज्य के सैन्य दल विश्व की दूसरी सबसे बड़ी सैन्य शक्ति और सबसे बड़ी स्वयंसेवी सेना। नमन है आप वीरों को जो देश की रक्षा तथा प्रतिष्ठा के लिए हमेशा अग्रसर हैं। भारतीय सशस्त्र बल।
धीरे ना धीरे ना तुम तनना धीरे ना धीरे ना तुम तनना धीरे ना धीरे ना तुम तनना धीरे ना धीरे ना उदन धीम तदन धीम तन धीरे ना उदन धीम तदन धीम तन धीरे ना धीम तनो धनो धनो धीरे ना धीम तनो धनो धनो धीरे तुम तनना धीरे ना धीरे ना 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 उदन धीम तदन धीम तन धीरे ना उदन धीम तदन धीम तन धीरे ना धीम तनो धनो धनो धीरे ना धीम तनो धनो धनो धीरे ना तुम तनना धीरे ना धीरे ना तुम तनना धीरे ना धीरे ना तुम तनना धीरे ना धीरे ना तुम तनना धीरे ना
performance, ladies and gentlemen. Another huge round of applause for them, please. I would also like to invite on stage Rakesh Sai Babu and Priya Srinivasan. Please join us on stage. I'd request General Chauhan and DG USI to please come on stage and felicitate our talented artists. I would now like to invite on stage Squadron Leader Rana Chinna, Director, Center for Military History and Conflict Studies, USI, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my proud privilege to deliver the vote of thanks at the end of 2 days of intense ideation. It's a festival of words, and before I get down to the formal bits of this, I'd just like to say that we've had some excellent sessions, and first and foremost, as I said, this was a festival of words, and those of you whose words made this possible, thank you for coming from the four corners of the world. We've had speakers from as far away as down under, from the UK, from Belgium, and of course from all parts of our country as well. The quality of your presentations, your thoughts, your ideas, the passion that you have brought to all of this has been extremely inspiring, and it's been wonderful having shared this these last 2 days with you, and I do hope that we will be able to continue in the same vein in the years to come. First and foremost, I would like to offer my thanks to the Honorable Raksha Mantriji, who spared his valuable time to be here with us to grace the occasion and to inaugurate this festival. I'd also like to thank General Anil Chauhan. Thank you, sir, the Chief of Defence Staff, for not just for gracing the occasion today, but also, as General Sharma mentioned, for your very kind support, which actually enabled all of this to take place in the first place. So thank you very much. A very, very sincere thanks to you for that. I would also like to thank General B.K. Sharma, the DG USI, for believing in us and giving us a free hand to do as we wished, and I trust we have not let him down too much in that aspect. I'd like to also thank the Minister of State, Dr. Jitendra Singh, who was a part of the proceedings during the festival, and of course the Chief of Army Staff, the Chief of Air Staff, the Vice Chief of Naval Staff, and the 3 armed forces for all their support and encouragement. The speakers I've already mentioned, the festival would not have been possible without you. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a big round of applause to all our speakers. Thank you very much. The Indian Institute of Heritage, and in particularly their Dean, Dr. Manvi Seth, without whom our exhibition would not have been possible. Thank you. And to our friends of Network 18 for being our media partners and giving this such wide coverage. Thank you all as well. 92.7 Big FM for being the radio partner. The Ministry of Defense, and particularly the PRO, for supporting us throughout with their social media and other media handles, and the National Army Museum of the United Kingdom, as well as the British High Commission in Delhi, the Embassy of Belgium in Delhi, the United Territory of Ladakh, HSBC, Canara Bank Life Insurance, the Director General of NCC and all the NCC cadets who were such a big part of this festival, Dr. Shobha Bagai, Director of the Cluster Innovation Centre of Delhi University, for all the very bright young interns that have been part of our proceedings, and the Trikaya Dance Academy for putting up this amazing show, and our hosts here at the Manekshaw Centre, and last but not least, our team USI and of course all of you from the Centre of Military History. And I would like to give a particular shout out to our youngest volunteer, Zoya, who at the age of 15 was part of the proceedings for the last 2 days. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. It's been a great honor and a privilege having you all with us.